Well, I thought today we would talk about what happens when you are first diagnosed with kidney disease, stage 5, when dialysis needs to be started. Sometimes this happens in a hospital. If it happens in the hospital setting, chances are you didn't have an access put in, and you're going to have one put in your chest. It's a temporary one, very risky, because it goes and sits right in the top part of your heart. And you're not supposed to shower with it because it's open and bacteria could get in and migrate down, and serious problems when that happens, sepsis. It doesn't hurt when they put it in, they numb it up, and it doesn't hurt when they're doing dialysis. You don't feel anything out of it, really. The only bad part that I had was not being able to shower, so you can... we have one that the handle comes off, so I would go in and wash my waist down, but then everything else was sponge bath. Bah. Now, the other options are a fistula, or it's called an AV fistula, arterial venous connections. That's the natural way to do it, meaning that it's your body, there's nothing foreign in you. And then if that doesn't work and the doctor isn't happy with how your veins are, you may have to have a graft put in. And there's several different kinds. Some of them are kind of like they look plasticky. Some of them are from animals. I don't know if we're using cadaver ones yet. They were talking about it when I was working, but I don't know if they're using them yet. That requires for you to go, well, it could be done in the hospital, or it could also be done outpatient. You could do this, they have a center for it. And in my area, the company is called Azura. But you'll go in, and you'll, if it's going to be the fistula or a graft, they'll, I don't know if you're asleep or if you're just twilight. I don't remember anything, so I'm probably guess I was asleep. I have a fistula in my arm, so that's the one that is recommended over all of the others. Every 6 months or so, I have to go to a center to have them check it to make sure that it's not narrowing and the pressures are okay. I have a couple stents, three stents in mine over the last 3 years. Or they'll, by angioplasty it, they'll put a balloon in and stretch it open. Sometimes they do both. They'll put a balloon in, stretch it open, and then they'll put a stent inside of it. The other access that is involved that you could think of is a peritoneal dialysis access. And that's it goes into your, through your stomach and into the peritoneal space right behind in front of the stomach, but behind all your fat. And that's a whole different type of dialysis. And obviously it's a foreign body going into you, so risk of infection is rather high. But when we talk about dialysis and how dialysis works, and I'll explain to you the different modalities so that you'll understand and hopefully take it in a little bit now. And then the nurses will talk to you about it again. They have educators that come around and talk about it as well. They go over everything, very, very thorough. I'm just giving you a little heads up, that's all. So there are 3 accesses that you can have. We'll have one of them. Very, very rarely, if there's a problem with both of your arms and they can't get an access there, rather than put that one in your chest, because, like I said, that is the most risky. I would guess 50% of the people that get that and keep it long term wind up with an infection in the hospital on very strong antibiotics. They have to pull that catheter out and put a new one in somewhere, either underneath of the area that it was or the other side of your chest if they have to. Well, those are the 3 accesses, and then the 4th one in your stomach. I've had personally, I started off initially I started off with a CVC, central venous catheter, in my chest, because I went to the hospital on Father's Day because I felt like total crap, and they did blood work and they said that my kidneys were not functioning enough to keep me alive. So put a catheter in an hour later, and I was on dialysis 20 minutes after that. Rather scary. It all happens so fast. That's one of the things that we'll probably talk about if you're nursing and you got a job and you know exactly what you need to do, but it seems like the patient, I don't know, you're trying to help the patient, but you're trying to do your job and keep the patient from dying. But the patient becomes, I don't know, secondary, thirdary. Definitely not what you're thinking about when you're working there. I have a fistula in my arm, which got put in maybe 3 or 4 days after I started dialysis. But when it goes in your arm, you can't use it immediately. It has to mature. So that took about 6 months. Then we started using the Access, and that's got its own little problems too. Some people are afraid of needles. Some people are afraid of the pain. It's no different than them drawing blood. It's a bigger needle, though, a bigger caliper needle, but it doesn't really feel much different, or at least to me. If you have a problem with it, they have creams that you could put on there and wrap up. It's called an Emlet cream, and it doesn't really do much numbing, but it does a little bit. It takes the little bit of the sting out. I don't use it, but it's not because I'm a tough guy. It's just, it happens quick. You get a stick, and then they tape it down, and then you get a stick, and they tape it down. Well, that's my spiel, and the best, or at least the best right now that I could explain to you, the different accesses for dialysis. All right, next time we'll talk about the modalities and a little bit about understanding what each modality is. All right. Well, if you got anything from this video, anything at all, I think if I helped you, if you could, I could use some likes and some subscriptions. That helps the channel. It helps me. Makes me feel kind of like validated, like I'm actually doing something here, other than just talking. All right. Maybe if you could get some friends to look at my channel, see what they think. If you know anybody on dialysis or it's going to be needing dialysis, I would ask them to follow my channel as well. I'm a wealth of knowledge. If I don't talk about it on here and make it one of my uploads, shoot me a response. Hey, I want to know about this. I didn't know about that. Like I said, I've done everything in dialysis. All right. Until next time, stay safe. Remember, you're a human being, and human beings are allowed to be weak. You're not a robot. Hello, everyone, again. This is Mark, and if you're wondering, I feel so much better today than I did last night or early this morning. Just comes and goes. I had dialysis yesterday. Bam, I was down for the count. Today, I feel chipper. Just did the dishes.